Welcome. This is my new newscat and correspondent, Mimi. She's got a kitten and, well, she needs the money. So, without further ado, let us start off with our first story of the Republican Oops Fest that got started off with Rick Perry.
Texas Rangers, after 50 years, are going to win a World Series. Oops.
In a recent Republican debate, Rick Perry said he would do away with free agencies of government. He had no trouble naming the first two, but, well, the third one, take a look.
It's three agencies of government when I get there that are gone. Commerce, education, and the, what's the third one there? Let's see. Oh, five, okay. So, commerce, education, and the,
EPA?
EPA, there you go. No, okay.
Let's stop. Seriously? Is EPA the one you were talking about? Or?
No, sir. No, sir. We're talking about the agencies of government. EPA needs to be rebuilt. There's no doubt about that.
But you can't name the third one?
The third agency of government, I would do away with the education, the commerce, and let's see. I can't. The third one I can't. Sorry. Oops.
But he quickly went into damage control.
I'm glad I had my boots on tonight because I sure stepped in it out there. I stepped in it, man. Yeah, it was embarrassing. Of course it was. The bottom line is I may have forgotten energy, but I hadn't forgotten my conservative principles.
He might as well have said, I'm still a conservative, my heart's still beating, and I'm not Mitt Romney. Please vote for me. Herman Cain was the second Republican to have an oops moment when he held a small press conference where a reporter asked him, "What do you agree with Obama's actions in Libya?" And
So you agree with President Obama on Libya or not?
Okay, Libya. President Obama supported the uprising, correct? President Obama called for the removal of Gaddafi. Just want to make sure we're talking about the same thing before I say, yes, I agreed. I know I didn't agree. I do not agree with the way he handled it for the following reason. No, that's a different one. I gotta go back and see. Got all this stuff twirling around in my head. Specifically, what are you asking me? Did I agree or not disagree with Obama?
Oscar Ramiro Ortega Hernandez fired 2 shots at the White House. Luckily, the president and the first family were not there. They were out of town that week. He was arrested for attempted assassination. The last person to do this was Francisco Durand. He shot at the White House during the Clinton administration, and he got 40 years for it. Herman Cain got on the aggressive side this week when he was asked about his foreign policies. But oh wait, he doesn't have any foreign policies. But anyway, show the clip.
She says, do you really, but do you think you have to, you've said that you don't need to know the details of foreign policy in order to be a good commander-in-chief. Do you really believe that? Yes. Who knows every detail of every country, of every situation on the planet? Nobody. We need a leader, not a reader.
Now I know I heard that before.
President Schwarzenegger.
That is me.
Springfield has reached crisis levels. I've narrowed your choices down to 5 unthinkable options.
I was elected to lead, not to read.
Hello, I'm me. And I've got some cat videos just for you. I'm very in tune with the cat's emotions because I'm a cat myself. So I could tell you for sure that this cat's not very happy, like I am. Alright. The next one, surprise kitty. Surprise!
Oh, you look like a little monkey.
That's what Annie.
And this is what happens when a dog tries to do it.
You look like a little monkey.
There is still hope that Democrats and Republicans can still get along. Two freshman congressmen, Jim Renacci, Republican from Ohio, and John Carney, Democrat from Delaware, have started a breakfast club where they talk about what unites them and how they can fix our great nation. And they join me right now. Gentlemen, it's good to have you on the update. Why don't you tell us a little bit about this breakfast club that you two started?
Well, for me, as a Delawarean, we have a tradition, Democrats and Republicans burying the hatchet literally in a celebration called Return Day in Georgetown after elections. And in that spirit, I came here to Washington hoping to work with Democrats and Republicans to work on common sense solutions to the problems that we face. I reached out to Jim early on. He and I serve on the Financial Services Committee together. And we started this group, and we've just started to make some progress.
What generally goes on during these meetings of yours?
Well, it's interesting because I think what we found out of the 14 members of this group is that we do have a lot of things in common. And one of them is that we want to make sure that we come down here and understand that we're all Americans. These problems that America faces are not Republican problems, they're not Democrat problems, but they're American problems. And I know when we get in the room and we talk in these breakfast meetings, it's amazing because you hear that we all want to try and get to the same place. We may disagree on how to get there, but we want to get to the same place. So I think we have to start somewhere, as in anything. As in any goal, and the group has started to emerge with not just freshmen. We have some other members who are a little bit more senior, and what's really interesting is when I walk on the House floor, there are others who now have an interest in being part of it. So I think overall we have many members down here who believe these aren't Republican problems, these aren't Democrat problems, these are American issues we need to solve, and we're going to continue to work together, and you see that in the room when we have our meetings.
Alright, final question. Are there any signs of progress between these in this group?
Well, it's hard to say, but we have been making progress. We have these pieces of legislation that have been introduced. We're getting sponsors from both sides of the aisle, and coincidentally, just in a meeting that I was part of yesterday, the Secretary of Labor was talking about a work share program that the department is working on that mirrors very much our Employee Act, where we encourage businesses to hire people who are on unemployment, put them to work, give them on-the-job training, and get them back to work, frankly. And this mirrors something the administration is doing. So it's an opportunity in our minds to reach across the aisle, reach to the administration to get support for this program as well.
Well, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed Mimi. She'll continue to work here. Alright, that's it. Good night, everyone.